What's going on, everyone? This is Dom, and today we're taking a look at Apple's new Magic accessories. We have the Magic Keyboard, Magic Trackpad 2, and Magic Mouse 2. And while these may be shiny new products from Apple, whether or not you should actually buy them is a totally different story. First up, all of these devices require El Capitan to be running on your Mac, as well as Bluetooth 4.0, though some people have gotten them to work on older Macs as well. So here we have Apple's Magic Mouse 2, probably the least exciting one out of the bunch. There's literally nothing different here in terms of functionality when compared to the last version, and physically they are nearly identical in design. There's a cool glass top that works as a touchpad for certain gestures, and a metal casing on the bottom. The one thing that makes this different though is the fact that it can now be recharged and no longer requires AA batteries. On the bottom side of the Magic Mouse 2, you'll find the on-off switch, optical sensors, and quite possibly the dumbest design decision I have ever seen come out of the Apple camp. There's a lightning port on the bottom for charging. Yes, the bottom. Who the hell was drunk when this design choice was approved? Needless to say, you won't be using this during charging, which is a shame, but Apple says that 2 minutes of charging will give you up to 9 hours of use, and a full charge after a couple of hours will last a month. Not too shabby, but Jesus, this design choice is totally dumb, and all of this can be yours for a laughable $79. Next up, we have Apple's new Magic Keyboard, though there's nothing really magical about it at all. It's a keyboard, no more, no less. I don't know, maybe Apple considers built-in rechargeable batteries to be magical, who knows. Either way, the design here is very simple. It's obviously much different than the last version in shape and size, and the key design is slightly updated to be similar to the 12-inch MacBook. Not quite the same, but there's much less travel on this keyboard with each keystroke. On the back end, you'll find an on-off switch and a lightning port for charging, but luckily this one can be used while charging. Again, there's nothing special about this keyboard at all. It's an updated design with slightly different keys that may be desirable to some. But is a slightly different design and a built-in rechargeable battery worth 99 bucks? Not at all. Finally, there's the Magic Trackpad 2, probably the biggest refresh in the lineup. The materials being used here are the same, but with a slight twist. There's a smooth white glass touch surface on the top and an aluminum body sandwiched by white plastic. Now, when compared to the first gen model, it actually provides a much larger surface area, which I'm definitely a fan of. And as you've probably guessed by now, the Magic Trackpad 2 is rechargeable as well and can be used while charging with its lightning port located on the back end and a small on-off switch to the left of it. One of the biggest changes here though are the mechanics of it all. On the last version, the actual clicking mechanism was located in the rubber feet on the bottom end of the trackpad, and this made clicks on the upper half of the trackpad slightly more difficult but not impossible. With the new version, the entire surface is clickable and works identically to what's found on Apple's 2015 MacBook Pro and 12-inch MacBook models. You're not actually clicking anything here. The trackpad is clicking back at you with haptic feedback, and there are many gestures available in the settings, most of which aren't new, but you can now set click sensitivity from light to medium or firm. You can also set the trackpad to silent clicking, which will provide a slight amount of haptic feedback, but a much softer level for those who prefer to work in silence. Along with this fully clickable surface, we get some new features that come along with Force Touch, and if you're not familiar with Force Touch, I have a very helpful video for you running down all of the new features that you can check out using the link below. Force clicking on specific things throughout the operating system will provide some new actions, like for example looking up the definition of a word in text, but none of them are necessary really and haven't been adopted by mainstream software developers yet. I definitely like the new trackpad out of all of these devices that Apple has released, and I use a trackpad exclusively for all of my video editing and work, and I personally think that the rechargeable battery and larger surface is worth the upgrade. But hot damn, Apple, why you gotta charge so much money? This trackpad retails for $129. What the f? Actually, all of these devices are extremely overpriced and won't provide much of a difference as far as the user experience goes. They may be shiny and new, but that doesn't mean that you should buy them. So let me know what you think about Apple's new Magic accessories in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave it a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching, everyone. This is Dom, and I'll catch you in the next video.